Thank you, Mr. Chairman. General Kane, with all due respect to you, we should not be here today. This hearing is happening only because of the unprecedented dismissal without cause of General Brown as chairman. As a highly respected military leader, General Brown faithfully served our country for decades. He provided exactly what the Constitution asks of him, the best nonpartisan military advice to civilian leadership. However, for an administration that is claiming to be the most, quote, transparent in history, end quote, no reasonable justification has been provided for General Brown's termination. Instead, General Brown's dismissal reveals, once again, President Trump's intention to install yes men and women with fealty to him and not to the Constitution or the American people. Now, General King, you said you will always speak truth to power in your responses to advanced questions. And you indicated that you would provide independent advice. But let me just mention what happens to people who stand up to President Trump. General Milley, who was a former chair of Joint Chiefs, stood up to President Trump. And here's what happened to him. President Trump took away his security detail, his security clearance. He even took down his portrait in the Pentagon. That's not all. General Milley is now under investigation by the department's Inspector General to see if he will be able to retire as a four-star general. It's always a challenge to stand up to this president. Let me just start with the two initial questions, and I'll get to some of the questions that have to do with your fitness to serve. I ask these questions of all nominees on any of the committees on which I sit. Since you became a legal adult, have you ever made unwanted requests for sexual favors or committed any verbal or physical harassment or assault of a sexual nature?
I have not, Senator.
Have you ever faced discipline or entered into a settlement relating to this kind of conduct?
I have not, Senator.
General, you've been asked a number of questions regarding what the president attributed to you. That is how it's been reported, that you wore a MAGA hat. You testified you did not. If you did wear a MAGA hat, would that constitute partisan political activity by a uniformed officer?
Senator, I did not wear any political merchandise.
If you wore such a hat, would that constitute partisan political activity by a uniformed officer, yes or no?
I think it probably would, yes, Senator.
Thank you. General King, you've been asked also a number of questions about what's being referred to as Signal Gate. And I commend the chair of this committee and the ranking member for asking for an IJ inquiry. You were the director for special access programs at the Pentagon, an office that manages our nation's most classified programs. Have you ever discussed classified information on an unclassified medium, such as Signal?
No, Senator, I've not.
What would be the consequences for discussing a special access program on Signal?